Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV, the place to be when it comes to David Moyes. To my right, you know who he is, the most hated man on Twitter. That is West Ham Online. And we're here to discuss this. Should David Moyes be offered a new contract at West Ham? Alf, how are you? And what do you think of that?
I'm well, and the answer is absolutely.
Um, Before we get into this, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to E27 TV. No, I am wearing a high vis because this is quite a highly debatable topic of conversation. But explain to me why David Moyes should be offered a new contract, Alf.
Um, because he's our best manager since the days of John Lyall. He's doing brilliantly so far this season. He seems to have struck up a good relationship with Tim Steidten. I think what has been proven so far in the last couple of months is that style of play isn't everything. Most of the managers that people wanted to replace David Moyes have had terrible starts to the season. Vincent Company being one of them. I mean, his Burnley side look absolutely crap. If I'm being honest, they're just getting cut open every time they don't have the ball. They're getting cut open.
Yeah,
Same with people wanted Michael Carrick, and I like Michael Carrick. I think he'll be a good manager, but it's quite clear that he's not quite there yet. At Middlesbrough, he's had a dreadful start to the season. I think they might even be last in the
yeah.
championship. At the moment, for the position we're in, I think David Moyes is doing an excellent job. He's in Europe again. At the moment, he's in the top four. Obviously, that probably won't last, but we've had an incredible start to the season. We've played 3 away games, won 2 and drawn 1. A very impressive record. I just think now's the time to stick with Moyes. What I do is offer him an extra year, because if it really does go downhill, is you can sack him. If it goes really downhill, you can sack him and it won't be a big payoff. But I think for the security of his position in the club, an extra year would do wonders for Mr. Moyes. And I think that would be the imperious decision for the club at this moment in time.
I don't know. I don't know where to land on it, really, if I'm being honest. I think last year was poor in the league. I think, but he wins the trophy. Yeah. And I always said, I don't care whatever where West Ham finish, as long as we don't get relegated, as long as we win the conference. And we did win the conference. This year, we're starting to flock a train. We should have won all 4 games, really. Like, and let's be honest, the Bournemouth game, we had no James Ward-Prowse, we had no Edison Alvarez in his team, and we got a draw there. Since Chelsea, we've been pretty good. Like against Brighton, I thought it was excellent. I think you said something the other day, which I agree with you on. When I see Newcastle pressing Brighton all over the place, I'm thinking, wow, like our Brighton just went straight through them. Moyes actually got it absolutely spot on, and I think Moyes gets a lot of disrespect, mate. If I'm being honest, like, and listen, I was a very hardened Moyes out person. Now I'm more give Moyes a chance type thing. Do you know what I mean? He deserves a chance. I don't get the style of play discussion. I really don't. People keep saying about the West Ham way. We haven't played the West Ham way for like 20, 25 years. Like, and we certainly haven't won a trophy in that time ever since Moyes has been here. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. I don't know what you think on the style of play discussion, mate. But for me, it's so draining at the minute listening to that sort of style of play. Oh, we look boring. We look this. I want to see winning. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but I care about West Ham winning games of football by any means necessary. That means they've got to sit back, retreat, and wait and sort of stalk the prey before attacking. I'm all for it because
Yeah.
defensively, for me, how many times have you seen West Ham over the years come out, look really, really good, bang, concede a goal, and then bang, concede another goal, and it's game over? Like, what's your thoughts, Alf?
I think style of play. Look, you want to see some attractive football, which I think we have seen at times this season. People got.
Mm,
Let's be honest, and I'm going to say this right here and now. Brighton do their build up deep. They pass around deep. I don't find that entertaining to watch personally a lot of the time. It does work, and obviously De Zerbi is an incredible tactician. I don't find that entertaining. I think people just see the possession stats and think, "Oh, lovely." Now,
Yeah,
we did something similar against Luton on Friday night. We were passing around deep, trying to draw them out. I didn't find that entertaining. I think people just see the possession stats and think, "Wow, one team's been entertaining to watch, another team hasn't." I love some of our play. I thought our second half against Brighton was really entertaining. I thought it was end to end. I thought we had some great counter attacks. I thought the goals were very good, very exciting to watch. And at the end of the day, after a game, I'm not sat there thinking, you know what, we lost, but at least we completed a 70 pass sequence between the 30th and 34th minute. I'm thinking, we played well, yes, but we lost. I couldn't care less that we played well. I want the wins. I get the better
yeah,
feeling after the game when we win the match. I couldn't care less whether we played crap, good, whatever. I just want to win the matches. And Moyes' record at West Ham, his win percentage is better than any other manager we've had in Premier League history. His European win percentage is better than any other manager we've had in European history. I mean, it blows everyone out the water, to be honest.
yeah.
Um,
Actually, a great go, mate. I'm gonna let you carry on. Listen, what you're saying is literally like you're spitting fact. Like West Ham right now are in their best moment than I've ever seen. Like, and I think, how can I put this? I'm 36 years old. I've never seen West Ham be consistent. That's one thing I've never seen. I've seen West Ham be good for a season and then tail off and then be like sort of mid-table ish. Sixth, seventh, 14th trophy. We started this season unbeaten in four. We've won three of them games, drew the other one. I don't get the sort of hatred towards David Moyes. You know what I mean? Do I think West Ham could go out and find a better manager? I do. Yeah, I really do. I think that West Ham could go out and find a better, younger manager. Is it effective right now, right, in regards of like what West Ham are trying to do right now? No, because David Moyes is what he's doing right now, he's working. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think he deserves that element of respect and that element of, you know what, he's done well, he's won us a trophy. Let's see what he does this season. And I don't understand why people are arguing and people are getting angry with the style of play. I just don't get that. Like the Brighton game is a prime example. Like we go to Brighton, we set up in a way that we think, right, this team, we always struggle with this team. So let's go down a path that we don't get done. And we've done them three times. Like took one of the goals is contender for goal of the season. Like
yeah.
Jared Bowen's goal is like contender of goal of the season from the Antonio pass down to Ben Rama to the Ben Rama cross into Bowen into the finish. Like and it frustrates me. I'd love to have a proper Moyes out person on the channel. I will say that, and I would have a discussion with him, like a not a heated debate, but a proper debate with him, and say, well, you tell me where you've seen the West Ham way over the last 10 years, because I haven't seen no West Ham way.
Well, also, what does the West Ham way even mean at this point? Because I saw someone earlier saying that Manuel Pellegrini played the West Ham way. I mean, if that's the West Ham way, I never want to see it again because I hated watching Pellegrini's crap football.
Yeah.
56% possession, pass it around. What absolutely shocking defensively. Oh, God, that was an eyesore. I never want to see that again.
The only way I could probably say about the West Ham way style of play, and when it comes to Moyes, is probably the COVID season where we was blasting teams like 3-2s, 3-2s, and Wolves at home 4-0, Leicester away 3-0. All right, I would give them that. Yeah. But yeah, again, that was under David Moyes, right?
Yeah.
Which it sort of it counters their argument sort of thing. I honestly think, before we sort of do get to David Moyes, I do honestly think people have been spoiled with West in regards to West Ham. Now, for me, I appreciate what Moyes has done. Even though I'm not a fan of Moyes in my own personal sort of opinion. I can respect him enough to say, you know what, fair enough. He's unbeaten. And what come a Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock, if West Ham have just played, I want to see West Ham win. And if West Ham lose, I'm gutted for the weekend. I don't know about you, Alf, but I'm gutted. I'm sitting there and go, oh, I'm like, especially if we've been hammered. Like, Do you know what I mean? I had to sit there last year and watch and do a player ratings and afterthought after the Newcastle home game when we've just been blitzed 5-1. So as long as we're winning games of football and we're doing it in a way that I think is sort of deemed acceptable, which the Brighton away game, even Luton to a point, I thought we'd done all right. We had most of the ball. The only thing with Luton is we was running out of ideas.
Well, I came back the ground and saw people saying we played badly. I don't know, maybe it was different on from what you see on TV. I
Mm,
thought we played quite well, to be honest. There was a period in the second half where we kept the ball beautifully. We were passing it. Soufal was getting involved. Ward Prowse, we were getting into the box.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we weren't getting a shot off, but I thought we created more than enough chances. I think we fully deserved to win the game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought we had a great game, to be honest. I don't know what people expect, really.
Do people expect West Ham to be like a Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool type team?
Hopefully not, because that would be a poor expectation. But I think what we should be expecting is the players to give their all, which they have been, a team that we can get behind and enjoy, which they have been. And to be honest, I don't like seeing us getting thumped. I'd rather, a game. At the moment, all of our games are close, or we're winning. And
Yeah.
towards the end of last season, it was the same thing. When the game is close, the players are giving their all, and you've got a team that are hard to beat. And I think that's what we've got at the moment. Obviously, we could get thumped by Man City. You never know, but I think all in all, we've got a team that's hard to beat at the moment. Very well organised, players that are fighting for each other, and to me, it looks like they're fully behind the manager. And I'd say the comments from people like Zuma and Bowen have backed that.
I absolutely agree, mate. I absolutely agree. Listen, I understand what you're saying in regards of sort of like being defensively strong because I don't want to see West Ham get hammered either. Like that's one thing that hurts when then goals are going in and your team looks like they can't defend to save their life. Then it's not a nice feeling. I just don't get this style of play rubbish. I really don't
Yeah,
because when it comes to style of play and it comes to West Ham as a whole, like if West Ham are defensively good, they can build from their defense out. Yeah.
yeah,
So, for instance, if you're playing a team and a team is trying to come forward and they're going nowhere, someone said to me the other day, they can have all the ball they like, but if they're going nowhere with it and they're struggling to get through, West Ham always going to feel comfortable in going right. One ball over the top for Kudus or Ben Rama or Bowen or
yeah,
Antonio, for instance, and we can break out. And that's what I want to see with West Ham because West Ham ain't going to dominate teams. Like West Ham are not going to turn up to an away ground and dominate teams, right? Because that's just not how we are. Do you know what I mean? Right? And people need to get that in their heads that they seem to think that we're just going to turn up to, let's just say, argument's sake, Burnley and B, oh right, we're just going to smash them to bits. Yeah, the only way we smash them to bits is if we play the way we're playing. Like we allow them to come onto us, set up in a way, and then hit them hard and fast. And one thing West Ham are this year is clinical. Every time they've had their chances, they've took them. Which, let's be honest, last season we didn't take our chances. So in regards of Moyes with a new contract, Alf, yeah, if West Ham are, let's say this, in December and we are competing for top six, do you think he'll be given offered a new contract, or do you think they will wind his contract down and then do it towards the end of the season?
I think they'll go as long as they can, where they don't have to guarantee paying someone more money. But
Yeah.
I think Christmas time is apparently when we start to look at renewing deals and stuff. I think he'll get his new deal, and I think what you'll be seeing, people, is another 2 or 3 years of David Moyes.
How many years would you give him, Alf? Honestly.
I'd give him a 1 year extension, but then I honestly think he'll probably be here until 2026.
Mm, yeah. See, that's the one thing that I think needs to be sorted out as soon as possible, whether he is going to be here or not. If we're going well in the league and we're doing all right, I would like that contract to be either be sorted out or be told that this is his final year. Like either or. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you can't have it that we're having a manager winding down his contract with no idea who's coming in. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I see people mentioning quite a lot about um Alonso and people like that. But
I'd love Alonso in the future, and Steidon obviously knows him, but
yeah,
it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one because if Alonso came and offered his services to West Ham, then you're in a tricky situation. But at the same time, I don't think Alonso will move from Leverkusen to West Ham. I think he'll move from Leverkusen to,
Liverpool, I think.
if I'm honest, yeah, someone like Liverpool. Totally, I think he'd be
Mm.
the perfect replacement for Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree on that. So finally, Al, before we wrap this up, offer him a new contract, give him keys to the city. Is it for you?
Offer him a new contract, a new statue, name a stand after him, and most West Ham fans should be naming their firstborn David.
From me, I'm gonna say if he continues the way he's going right now, I think out of respect, you have to offer him some sort of contract. Whether or not he accepts it or not is up to him. But I do think if West Ham continue on this upwards sort of curve that they're doing, I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be all right. I'm actually quite pleased this season, the way the season's going and the way we look. And with Kudus coming in, he looks a talent also. So, it is what it is. Alf, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I really do appreciate
No
it.
problem.
No worries at all. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Check out the membership perks. Gold members get that man's tactical analysis. Absolute brilliant show that he does with Lucas. Hopefully he'll be doing one in the near future. And check out also the fan views that I'm doing on there. Very, very good. Right. Enjoy your day, people. Take it easy. West Ham, David Moyes. Would you offer him a contract? Put it in the comment section below. David Moyes, contract, yay or nay?